So, I recently started an anime you might have heard of, Monogatari, and as I was watching and looking up complex watch orders and confusing timelines, I realised something. Long-running shows are weird. Now, that seems like an obvious statement, but have you ever actually thought about how it gets to this point? Well, me neither. So let's sail the Grand Line, pack our bags to Academy City, get arrested because you think Shinobu is cute, and wonder how the hell Fate fans can remember their own timeline more than world history, as I take a look at long anime. Storytelling is beautiful. The art of telling stories has been a concept that man has passed down since time immemorial, but as we've evolved, so too have our stories, opting from sharing simple warnings and fables about not hitting a hornet's nest with a big stick, all the way to telling Type Moon fans that you started with Fate Zero. But wait. Longer running anime are in a strange place, where they aren't exactly the easiest to sell to people. Try recommending someone to watch One Piece, and tell them that it's this incredible story of camaraderie, joy, hype, and gripping emotional moments, only for them to bring up a 3-digit soon-to-be 4-digit number as their answer. And that's exactly the problem with recommending them. You see, this video started out as a why you should consider watching a certain scientific railgun. I had the thumbnail ready and everything. But then when I got to a part of the script, my brain froze, as I struggled to answer the question, well, what do I watch after? And that's a real shame, as I did actually want to make that video, and hey, maybe I will in future. The show is a brilliantly underrated shonen series with one of my favourite power systems, however, requires a certain amount of patience to get through, and knowing that with my experience of dropping JoJo in the first 6 episodes, knew was probably not going to hard sell my audience, who I'm guessing most of you have never even seen it. When there's a specific watch order you need to follow, wiki pages you need to read, or simply just a staggering amount of episodes, it can be very hard to get into franchises that from the outside, whilst look good, also look very daunting. 720 episodes of Naruto is a time commitment that some people just aren't willing to make. I've been on both sides of this. I've had One Piece on hold after watching a mere 12 episodes, and whilst it was certainly enjoyable enough, the thought of continuing to invest time in it while sacrificing watching other shows ended up putting me off, despite knowing it was going to be a decent and worthwhile watch. But as well, I've tried to get people into franchises like Fate, which look like this, so you can imagine how hard of a sell that is. The problem being at the root of it, it's just too long. And by that I mean in this day and age we typically have shorter attention spans. Notice how my videos are usually a specific length, and I try to break up what I'm saying with editing, music, or trash British humour that nobody laughs at. It's because I'm trying to make the experience enjoyable to watch and to not bore you. Watch time as a concept on YouTube is surprisingly very important, and the more I retain your attention, the more the cool graph shows me high percentages. With this short attention span, 20-minute anime episodes are absolutely perfect, especially when there are only 12 or 24 of them, not requiring too much of a time investment but still giving an entertaining return nonetheless. So, it's only natural to veer away from shows that require a significant amount of time investment for something shorter and more digestible, and many other factors such as insistent fan bases and any of the aforementioned reasons certainly don't help their case. But what about those who do stick around? Well, they're committed for sure, and there's a diverse amount of them. What people typically bring up as an unfair example is gatekeeping, and whilst it's certainly a problem in some of these shows, it's not usually out of a place of spite, rather love for their favourite franchise. You see, the people who have stuck around long enough are invested, and I imagine it can frustrate some people when typically there's a lot of closed-mindedness that comes with these long-running shows and getting into them. On the other side of that, there are people who are clearly dedicated to it. After all, they've braved all it has to offer, and their genuine love of the franchise and trying to welcome newcomers can be really nice to see, when stereotypes usually dictate otherwise. The biggest example I have is One Piece. Thus far in my days of being on the internet and interacting with anime fans like all of you, I have not met a toxic One Piece fan. Bold accusation, I know, but it's true. Whilst I may never finish One Piece or even get halfway, the genuine love for the franchise that a lot of people display can be contagious. We live in a time where anime has become much more consumable. It's easier than ever to get into, with a plethora of new-gen gateway anime that has brought with it a flood of new fans. But when it comes to these longer, older anime, there are some divisions. Some people gatekeep these shows, some complain about the episode length, some complain about the animation, production quality, or the age, and the sad reality reality is, we're currently seeing a decline, and it truly is a shame to see. I know from the passion that I have for my favourite franchises, and similar things that I see online, that a lot of people would definitely enjoy diving into a fresh new franchise, and immersing themselves in that new big obsession, and there's definitely not a shortage. It's happened to me, maybe it's even happened to you, but because of it I've found out. Storytelling is beautiful, and long anime can be art. Thanks for watching. Wow, I did something different. No transition to music, no one specific anime, no consistent title. But some things don't change. I used the image of two guys arguing, and I'm still going to ask that if you enjoyed the video and perhaps you're new around, please do consider joining the 35% of legends who are already subscribed. I think this video will absolutely bomb in the algorithm, but alas, I hope you guys support it by liking, commenting, and all that jazz nonetheless. If you want to keep up with me, videos, or just want to tell me I have awful taste, consider following me on Twitter. As always, have a great day, and I'll catch you later.